cat, mouth and external nares, right? Nose hole, so this is for breathing, this is for eating. Okay? When we breathe in, goes through the cavities and that kind of stuff, nasal cavities. Ultimately ends up, here's the larynx, this hard piece of cartilage right here. Okay, so that's that thyroid cartilage of the larynx, so the meow box. Okay, and then we've got the trachea. You can feel the bumps, C-ring cartilage in the trachea. Trachea comes all the way down and keeps coming. This is where the heart was. And you can see where it bifurcates. That's a good word, bifurcate. Okay, into the two primary bronchus. Okay, so there's a primary bronchus. Here's the other primary bronchus, and they lead to the lungs. So these are the lungs. Okay, and then we're got some more lungs over here. Okay, and remember the heart would normally be in here.
So is the pink
Like
on the lung or on the
lung?
It's on. Okay.
I'll move it out for you a little bit so we can open him up a little bit. So that's lung. So we got superior, middle lobe, lower lobe, that kind of stuff. But you just know it as lungs. Okay. Now separating the lungs from the liver, which is right here, is this diaphragm. So this is the diaphragm. Okay. And notice when I pick it up, it's kind of this muscular sheet that goes all the way across, and it would attach in here.
So when you test on it, are you gonna pick up the
I could just put it right here if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or over here. Just
Like, are
wherever
you
it's
gonna?
at.
Yeah, I didn't know if you'd pick it up and.
I could do it right there.
Yep.
Okay. So diaphragm. Now, if we move the liver out of the way, okay, we go into the digestive system. So let's start back up here. Mouth, swallow, pharynx, and then it kicks over, so then we get the esophagus, which is under the trachea. So this is the esophagus, okay, that right there.
So that's the yellow pin.
That's the yellow pin.
Okay.
So that's the esophagus. And we could just keep pulling it all the way down. And it goes up. And it, really, the trachea lays right on top of it, just like y'all saw on the slide. Comes down, goes under the heart, goes under the lungs and that kind of stuff. We see it right here. See it right here, and we see it enter into this big pouchy structure, which is the stomach. So the diaphragm goes across right here, so the esophagus busts through the diaphragm in a hole. You see some part of the diaphragm right there. Into the stomach. So there's a sphincter here, cardiac sphincter, esophageal sphincter. Okay. That hopefully when the food is in the stomach, it doesn't make its way back into the esophagus, unless you're going to throw up, right? Okay. So we got the cardia, okay, of the stomach. We got the fundus of the stomach. We have the body, and then where it enters in to the small intestine, there's a little sphincter right here. So see how it gets real small right here. So right there at that little band of tissue, that is the pyloric sphincter. Okay? So pyloric sphincter here. And then it's going to enter into the duodenum. So this is the duodenum. First part of the small intestine. And then from the duodenum, we kind of follow it along. And now we would be in the jejunum. Middle part is the jejunum. So I stuck a pin right there for jejunum. And then we would keep going. Ileum's the longest part.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
So once it finally gets close to where it's going to join into the large intestine, so see how we got from small right here to very big right here. This is the colon. This would definitely be the ileum. I know I'm close to the large intestine. Okay, so this is the ileum. This is the ileocecal valve. This little pouch underneath here, this is the cecum. So in blue, I've got the cecum. Purple, I've got the ileocecal valve, and everything above this cecum is going to be the colon. So just like this, here's the cecum, here's where the ileocecal valve comes in. Everything else is going to be the ascending part of the colon. Okay? So the colon goes up, across, down, and zigzag, right? So ascending, going across, transverse, going down, descending, and then the little S shape right here, sigmoid colon. Then we've got the bladder right here. Okay, sitting right on top. So we got some accessory organs to talk about as well. We've got the liver up here with its lobes. So this is one of the lobes of the liver, another lobe, another lobe, another lobe. And sticking in between The right side, this is the gallbladder, this real sac-like structure. Okay, and it's kind of greenish color, which is the color of bile, kind of a brownish green. There's also a structure that holds this to the diaphragm. This is called the falciform ligament right here, that guy right there. That attaches to the diaphragm so that when we go up and down with the diaphragm, we go up and down with the liver. Okay, so gallbladder, the lobes of the liver. Then over here on the side, I've got in yellow, I can see the spleen poking its head out. So this is the spleen. Looks like a leather tongue. Okay, very fibrous, very hard to suture if we ever do damage to that. And then laying between here and the stomach, we have the pancreas. So this guy is kind of light taupe color right here. This is the pancreas I've got in purple. Okay. Oh, and then laying on top of all this, I had to take this off, but this is the fat. This is the apron that we have on our belly fat. And it kind of is sitting like this. So you see it on this one. That is the greater omentum. Okay? And then inside, holding all of these together so they don't get tangled, this is called the mesentery proper. So this and this are made of the same kind of stuff. Okay? This is a protective one that covers it like this. This one's job, though there can be more fat in it than there is, you can see a little bit of fat in here.
Looks like a flower.
It's mainly for holding everything in place. Okay? That's it.